My name's Nev. It's good to meet you, brother.
Yeah, you too.
So, of course, your debut album, Within the Viscera. Fuck. It's late here. Bear with me. Within the Viscera. You've been going all day. Yeah, it's late here. It's on December 6th. And man, this thing is
Yeah,
meaty as fuck. It is
thank you.
chunky.
Fuck
That's the only
yeah.
way I can describe it.
That's a good way to describe it. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's really, really good, man. How you feel?
Thank you.
It's almost about to drop. Obviously, you're doing a bunch of press for it.
Yeah,
The buzz is starting to build. How's it feeling?
yeah. Feels fucking amazing. It's like we knew we wanted to our first album. We wanted to do like we were thinking about us like I don't know recording it and releasing ourselves because we did an EP like some years ago that
Yeah,
never saw the light of day. But I'm glad we waited because like now we get to do our first release like very properly on Nuclear Blast and like with a lot of attention. So it's cool.
absolutely, man. I mean, Nuclear Blast, one of the best metal labels in the world,
Yeah.
which is massive, dude. How do you feel that it ended up with them? It could have out of anyone in the world.
Yeah.
You're in good hands.
Fuck
It
yeah.
must be a good feeling, signing with that.
So good. Like ever since we started talking to them, the vibe has just been so good and our team over there are so nice and just like they're just people that really care about metal and it just feels so good to like be able to just like nerd out with them about like a bunch of stuff. And yeah, I mean honestly, I can't name one label that I'd rather be signed to. So it's fucking amazing that it worked out.
How did it happen? Did they just get wind of your demo? Did they see you at a show?
They saw us at every year the our big metal festival in Denmark, Copenhagen. They do like a showcase show in January, which is like they showcase the five like rising metal bands in Denmark that they picked out. And in 2023, we got to play that. And after that, we just got in contact with like a bunch of labels, but it was pretty clear from early on that it was going to be Nuclear. So
Yeah,
really
nice.
cool.
That's cool. I mean, how is the scene there in Denmark? Because I'm all the way down here in
Yeah.
Australia, and I know how things are for us here. The alt
Mm.
metal and hardcore is really
Yeah.
big here at the moment. That's
Yeah.
what's driving it. So that for bands like I guess yourself and even mine, which is more straight up melodic death,
Yeah.
bands like us are out there. So,
Mm.
but how is it for where you are?
I mean, death metal has been like the genre pretty much in the metal scene for the past couple of years, ever since the band Based came onto the scene. They kind of like uh, put some new air into the scene with like being a younger band from the new generation that kind of they got big success pretty quickly, also internationally, which we hadn't seen in a while in the Danish metal scene. So following them, there's been a lot of death metal and uh, yeah, and it's just cool. There's a lot of younger people coming into the scene in the past couple of years, which has really made a huge difference. There's younger people starting bands and like going to shows, so that's fucking cool. But I mean, there's also a bit of the hardcore thing that's going on right now is also bit of a part of it. We have a couple of really cool hardcore bands in Denmark, but it's all just kind of mashed together with metal and death metal, so it's just fucking cool.
So everyone's getting along, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
for
There's
sure.
no no one meeting
There's
up in
not
a
really
car
any
park
beef.
swinging chains.
I mean, there's definitely different like styles, like uh, depending on where you're in the country. At least in
Yeah.
Copenhagen, the capital, the death metal there is mostly like very old school, very slimy. Where in here where we are in Jutland, it's a bit more fun. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, but everyone gets along though. So
That's good. That's good. That's
yeah,
what you want. Is that why you chose to work with it? Is it Andreas Linnemann?
yeah,
Because he worked with Based, right?
Yeah, he came up by doing bass. That was the first
Yeah.
metal things he did was them, and then he just kind of like got a reputation as a really good producer in Denmark for metal. And then we've worked with him in the past as well. I said on the EP, and our drummer has done some stuff with him, so we knew him already going into the album process. So it was kind of obvious for us because we knew that he's the guy that he's not afraid to like say his opinion and like make suggestions, and it's cool to have a guy that you trust doing that. So when he comes with a suggestion, we can trust him and like actually try it out instead of just saying no immediately.
See, and you want someone that's going to be outspoken as well, because I don't know
Yeah, exactly.
how you've been. I've recorded with dudes in the past, and they just go, "Yeah," and you're like, oh, "Should I do it again?"
Yeah,
Like, work with me here to get the best.
yeah.
You're like,
That's
record.
yeah. Andreas was very good at that, like doing a take, and he's like, "That was good, but I know you can do better," because he knows us.
Yeah, that's cool, man. You want someone who's going to push you,
Yeah, for sure.
get the best out of you. And it was mixed and mastered by some guy called Josh Middleton.
Josh Middleton, yeah,
Yeah, from
from
little
from
band.
Silosis, and he used to play in Architects as well, which is just fucking insane. That got set up by the label. They suggested him, and we were like, if he wants to do it, then fuck yeah. And he was completely on board, which was fucking cool. So yeah, and it turned out amazing, we think. So
Sounds
just
good,
a freaking insane, so cool to get to work with him.
And I spoke to him probably last month.
Yeah.
And he's such a good dude.
Yeah, so fucking cool.
I know, and
So
he's
lucky.
like the chunky riffs. They're coming down here in January, I think.
Yeah.
So we're lucky. We're lucky.
Yeah, we got to meet him like in real life also at Summer Breeze. We saw them. We played the same day, so we saw him and talked to him a bit. Fucking awesome dude.
Yeah, you're in good hands there, man. And of course, the thing I love about the album is it blends that classic brutality with modern tones and that sick
Yeah.
production, but it doesn't. It knows when to ease back. It'll hit you with the wall of sound, but it knows when to breathe and give you that atmosphere and that build towards that next bit that's going to slam you. Very well written, man. Very, very well done. Like,
thank you so much.
It's one or the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Was that written with that in mind?
I mean, a lot of the songs were written very quickly in the past. Like, we wrote them. The whole record is written in the past like 3 years because we pretty much wrote the songs just so we would have more to play live as we were building our set list. But then when it came time to do the album, we kind of like did a revision of the entire of our entire catalog and looked at picking out the songs that we thought were the best, and then we spent a good amount of time, like I don't know, months, like just going through the individual songs and seeing how we could improve them pretty much, and like make the album a more coherent experience because like the songs were written over such a long period of time.
And I hear so many different influences in the riffs as well. Like it's fun to go through and sort of, pick them and go, oh man, but who would you say influenced you the most as a guitarist for this record?
For this record, I mean, definitely there's a lot of Morbid Angel, at least in the things I write. And some of the things have some suffocation. And for the newer stuff, like the more modern stuff, I'm a huge Knocked Loose fan and bands like that. Like modern hardcore is something I really enjoy. Speed. And yeah, fucking so yeah, and it's kind of a mix of those things because like at least a bunch of the most of like the old school death metal, straight old school death metal parts are written by our other guitarist Johan, and then I bring more of like the modern take, and then we try to mix them together seamlessly.
It works, bro. It works.
Thank you.
And even with like the dive bombs, was it the I don't know, guitar talk. There's one here where it's like wee wee, and then it's
that was just like a thing we thought of in the studio. The original version didn't have that at all. that was actually Andreas, I think, that made that suggestion. It was just do dive bombs over the entire outro, and we're like, okay, let's try it.
So good, man. It makes you want to. It amps you up. You know what I mean? You hear that shit, you just want to throw shit through a wall. You know, but,
that's the vibe we're going for.
Gobblish. But another thing is Christopher.
Yeah,
so a great fucking vocalist, man.
sure.
A lot of dudes now I'm finding are doing the twisty tongue, muffle, deathcore vocal. He's great attack, which is awesome, man, and he's got a really good range as well.
Yeah.
And I like his little
little
blares. Man, has he been in the scene a while? Have you jammed with him for a long time, or?
I mean, we've pretty much. I don't know if he's been. I don't think he's. This is pretty much everyone. All the members in the band. It's our first metal band, pretty much. So, but I think he knew how to like do a bit of vocals before he joined the band. But other than that, he just pretty much used to do straight up like normal growls. But then over the past couple of years, as we've played shows, he's just like kind of developed it and tried out new things. And I think it ended up a really good place where he actually has like a kind of, I don't know, unique, but at least a recognizable kind of tone.
Absolutely.
Which is pretty fucking cool.
It is, man. It is. He's sort of gone the other way. You know, a lot of dudes just, you can't understand him. At least I can, you know, and I love that. As a vocalist myself, that's what I look for. And I'm an old man, so I listen to old man. So I listen to how I go. So you tell him some dude in Australia was like, fucking sick work, man.
I will.
Yeah. I loved it.
Later today, I'll tell him.
Yeah, sick. Yeah, awesome, man. But of course, you've done some amazing shows like Hellfest, Bloodstock, Summer Breeze, and a bunch more. I've seen the photos and the footage. Goosebumps. Just watching you guys out there, just going, it's the dream, because we're all the way down here in the arse end of the world, where for us to get there, it's what a mission. Yeah. It's the dream, man. So how's it walking out on those stages and seeing all those people ready to fucking throw down to your riffs?
It's fucking insane. I think the most anxious I am is right before going on stage and then right after. But like during the show, I don't think my brain just kind of shuts down. I feel like, because if I start looking out and like seeing how many people and like noticing how many there actually are, I'll start fucking up. So I try just to like be in my own head and like focus on playing. But then as soon as we hit that last note and you just look out, it's just like, what the fuck are we doing? How did we get here?
It's like a blackout moment. Do you get that? It's
like
you
really much know. Like
what happened?
Those big shows, as soon as I get off stage, I like completely forget everything pretty much, I feel like. And then it starts coming back to me later.
Yeah, it's like a end scene. It's like you go, okay, I'm walking on stage. I get it. Yeah. And then you're walking off stage. It's like, what the where did that half hour?
Like for us, it's also just like we've played a lot of shows in a like small amount of time. So like the whole show just kind of becomes routine. So like as soon as we hit that first note, it's just like my brain just shuts off because my body knows what to do.
Yeah.
So like even though it's a big stage, I'm not that worried about like fucking up because like I know the songs and we've played them a million times, so it's probably gonna be fine.
So no stage diving?
What?
No stage diving for you? No jumping in the guitars, crowd surfing?
I haven't done it yet, but maybe we'll see.
Man, it's like, I don't know. Because you're a Jackson man, right? You play Jacksons? Yeah. Yeah, they're not cheap. So you don't want to. Yeah,
for sure.
You know, you can imagine. That many people.
Maybe someday I'll take the risk.
Just just swap it out for a one that's been beaten up, and you know.
Yeah.
So of course, what's your plans for 2025 and the future, man?
Let's see, 2025 is probably mostly just going to be shows. I don't know. We've started working on the next record a bit, but I don't think we're very lazy when it comes to songwriting, but not lazy in like lazy in the sense that we like to take our time. Like we are very much perfectionists when we're writing, which is like, so we write a song, but then even though it's done, we'll still take like 3 months to finish it because we keep going back to it and like making changes and like seeing, okay, maybe this part could be a bit better, maybe this should repeat it once more or something. So I don't know, we'll see. So next year is probably mostly gonna be shows and writing, and we'll have some tour announcements pretty soon.
Australia?
Not anything planned, but it would be fucking sick.
Been here?
What?
Have you been here?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I would love to go.
Man, I can tell because you're not used to my accent yet. Sounds all like, but man, hopefully you get to come down here. We'd love to see you
It'd
boys.
be fucking awesome.
We'll get you some beers. We'll get you some barbecue. We'll take you around and we'll show
Fuck
you.
yeah, man. Sounds great.
Absolutely. But in the meantime, bro, thanks for hanging out. We're gonna have all the links here and on the website. Yeah, tell the rest of the boys I said fucking awesome work. I'll have to throw you some merch. I love it. All about it. All right.
Sick. Thanks for having me, man.
Too easy, man. Enjoy your day.
Yeah, you too.
See you, man.
See you.